Hey Kansas City, I'm Tamala Handy with the Finance Department, and you've tuned in to the Weekly Report. We're here in the 18th and Vine Jazz District at the Negro League Baseball Museum. Although the temperature outside may not feel like baseball season yet, there's a new exhibit here at the museum that may get you excited about opening day.
The exhibit is called Beauty of the Game, and it celebrates the women of the Negro Leagues. A lot of people had no idea that there were women who played in the Negro Leagues. As a matter of fact, there were 3 women who competed with and against the men in the 1950s. Toni Stone, Mamie Peanut Johnson, and Connie Morgan. Thanks to the support of Kansas City Southern Railways, we were able to create a new exhibition that not only highlights their playing career, but also focuses on the women who served as executives and owners of Negro League teams, most notably Effa Manley. Effa Manley would become the first woman to own and operate a professional baseball team. She and her husband Abe owned the Newark Eagles, but it was Mrs. Manley who ran the day-to-day operations of that baseball team. And she knew the business of baseball as well as any man. Great talent played for her. My dear friend, the late great Monty Irvin, Larry Doby, Leon Day, Willie Wells, all National Baseball Hall of Famers. Don Newcomb, who should be in the Hall of Fame, played for Effa Manley's Newark Eagles. She's the first woman to be nominated and inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. And so I think what it does, it speaks to the pioneering spirit that the Negro Leagues had. They didn't care what color you were, and they didn't care what gender you were. Can you play? Do you have something to offer? And for me, it strikes me, here's a league that was born out of segregation, that becomes the driving force for social change in this country. Here's a league born out of exclusion that becomes one of the most inclusive entities in American society.
The exhibit runs through July 9th. Winter storms brought down branches all over the city. Crews are hard at work picking up branches in a special curbside collection. How many stops will they make to collect branches? 8,597 residents contacted 311 to request this service. It could take crews 2 weeks to pick up tons of branches. If you didn't call in time for the special collection, you can still take your branches to the city's 3 leaf and brush drop-off centers. The sites are located at 11660 North Main, 1815 North Choteau Traffic Way, and 10301 Raytown Road. The centers will stay open through February 16th rather than closing for a seasonal break. Also, due to the storm damage, drop-off is free every day for KCMO residents with ID, again through February 16th. Go to kcmo.gov for more information, and let's hope the worst of winter is behind us.
Are you into bicycling? The city is finalizing its bike plan that will set goals, priorities, strategies, and identify funding for biking in the city. Join the City Planning Department to learn more about this plan on Thursday, February 7th at Northland Cathedral, Tuesday, February 12th at Avila University in the Whitfield Conference Room, Wednesday, February 13th at Southeast Community Center, and Wednesday, February 20th at the Greg Kleiss Community Center. All meetings will be held from 6 to 8 p.m. To find out more, visit kcmo.gov/KCBikePlan.
It's that time of year again. The new city budget will soon be submitted to the City Council for adoption. So come out and tell us what is important to you. The annual citywide budget hearings will take place Tuesday, February 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Southeast Community Center, Thursday, February 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at the Kansas City Police Department Headquarters Building, Saturday, February 23rd from 9 to 11 a.m. at the R.B. Doolan Center, and Saturday, March 2nd from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Greg Kleiss Community Center. Speaking of the budget, here's a video about the budget process along with videos from other city departments. I'm Tamala Handy, and thank you for watching the Weekly Report.
Ever wonder how the City of Kansas City, Missouri puts together its annual budget, or how you can get involved in the process? Before the budgeting process even begins, City Council members collaborate at an annual meeting to re-examine and amend the city's goals and priorities, which are outlined in KCMO's citywide business plan. The city relies upon this 5-year plan to provide the big picture needed to help guide decisions which are made each year during the city's budget process, a process that has 4 steps. First, a number of public meetings called resident work sessions are held throughout the city in mid-September through early October. The city's budget office uses these meetings to educate those interested in the budget process and also to give residents an opportunity to tell elected officials which city services are most important to them. Next, city departments create and submit their own desired budgets to city management and the finance staff. Over the next several weeks, these administrative offices discuss department proposals and make decisions on what to include, keeping in mind the need to keep a balanced budget. This is a legal requirement set forth in the city's charter. After a balanced budget proposal is created, it is presented to the City Council for review and at the same time made public on the city's website at kcmo.gov for all to see. Here's another chance for residents like you to get involved, as the city hosts several public meetings where you can share your thoughts on the city's proposed budget. Public budget hearings for the upcoming fiscal year budget will be held on Tuesday, February 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Southeast Community Center, 4201 East 63rd Street. Thursday, February 21st from 1 to 3 p.m. at the KCPD Downtown Headquarters, 1125 Locust Street. Saturday, February 23rd from 9 to 11 a.m. at the R.B. Doolin Center Boardroom, 1856 Northeast 46th Street. And Saturday, March 2nd from 9 to 11 a.m. at the Greg Kleiss Community Center, 1600 John Buck O'Neill Way. The final step in the budgeting process occurs when the budget gets approved at a City Council meeting and goes into effect on May 1st. This approved budget remains in effect until April 31st of the coming year. The City of KCMO values the input of all residents throughout the annual budget process as it continues to provide outstanding services to all Kansas Cityans.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Speed Birthday. You guys having fun?
The barn doors were left open at the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department Mounted Patrol for the horses to get out and show off their police work. Dozens of visitors came for the KCPD annual open house called Behind the Badge and Bridle, put on by friends of the Kansas City Mounted Patrol. A captive audience watched how members of KCPD used the horses to arrest suspects and maintain crowd control. Following demonstrations, the audience was allowed to ask questions and get up close and personal with the horses. Alice Lee Hollister is chairperson of the Friends of the Kansas City Mounted Patrol. The nonprofit organization provides financial support for needs not funded in the police department's budget.
We have done so much for them, and we're now down to things like in-house sound system, hay elevator, hay bale elevator for the hay the loft up there. We've purchased some huge fan that's running, I think, out in the arena. In-house watering system, in-house and paddock. And those are just a few things. But with horses, there's always something. And for the comfort of the officers in the saddle, there's always something. So we are just extremely pleased to support the KCMO Mounted Police.
The event included a demonstration by the K-9 unit and special appearances by the Tactical Response Team and the Bomb and Arson Squad, with plenty of refreshments. Macy and Alicia Littlejohn are daughters of one of KCPD's finest who came out to enjoy the show.
My favorite one is probably the white one. You know, the one down. The shirts, okay? Yeah, I don't know where. And yeah.
Why do you like that one?
I like that one the best. Well, because actually, wait, no, I like that one because it's very tall, it's very horsey, and it's very cute.
Visitors also got a chance to see what goes into taking care of the horses behind the scenes. And that's why Sergeant Joey Roberts says it's important that citizens understand why the KCPD Mounted Patrol is necessary.
Awareness is a big thing, where they can, see what it takes, the things that we have to do to train our horses to be police horses. And really, this is the only place that we can do that, show them some of the obstacles and the different formations and crowd control, and because when we're actually doing the crowd control, a lot of times, people don't get to see that other than the people that are actually involved. So, it's good for people to see how the horses can be effective and that they are effective.
You can learn more about Friends of the Mounted Patrol on their Facebook page or visit their website at kcmountedpatrol.org. I'm Sergeant Shelley Gaddis. Have a safe week.
Hi, I'm Deb Connors. I'm the market manager for the City Market's Farmers Market. I started working here 12 years ago. Originally, it was a very tough job, a very big challenge. When I was hired in, you could sell almost anything you want. The produce was questionable, a lot of t-shirts and things that people buy and resell type items. It wasn't a true farmer's market. We had the reputation in the state of being kind of a nasty farmer's market, not where you'd want to go, not a safe neighborhood, things like that. So we had to really work, tweaked our rules a little bit. We're a little stricter, started doing farm inspections, and it's changed the market where we have a better reputation now. In fact, we get awards for farmers markets now, which we weren't getting any of those before. So it's changed a lot, but it took a long time. What makes the Kansas City Farmers Market unique is that we have a very diverse group of shoppers. We have every ethnic group you can imagine that shops at the city market. We also have a diverse group of vendors that sell at the city market, and you don't see that sometimes. And that's what makes the market unique. I think farmers like to sell here because they really can sell any kind of produce they want to grow. We have the customer base for it. Every week is a festival here. There's musicians, we have restaurants and stores and shops and museums. So it's a very unique place for people to come. Some days, my first year, I asked myself, why am I doing this? But it improved so much, and the rewards kept building, and the relationships that I was building with vendors and families and customers that I see every week. I've watched children grow up at the market. The farmers' children are now married and have children of their own. It's very rewarding to be a part of that. And I feel like I am a part of something that's very important. I really believe in what I do here in the city market, the Kansas City Farmers Market. I think it makes a difference in the community. It makes a difference for the city. It's history, which is huge. We help people feed their families, which is huge. And when you walk out in the market on a Saturday and you see that and you know that's what's happening, it makes you want to come back. It makes you want to be a part of it. It makes you proud.